You're listening to the Two Man Advantage.
Welcome to the Two Man Advantage podcast. I'm Nick Diesel, along with the three amigos, Kevin McShann, Kyle Simpkins, and Darren DiCarlo.
Yes.
We have a couple things to talk about today, like we always do every week. And we're going to start off with Ndamukong Suh and how he has no interest, from what I see anyway, in staying with the Lions past this year.
I'll start this one off just because all of his actions up to this point have indicated that he's not interested in re-signing. What he did yesterday, not re-signing before the start of the offseason, before the start of free agency, which would have saved the Lions $10 million on their salary cap, which they could have allocated to different players. Before the start of the draft, he also had the opportunity to re-sign with the club. So it's pretty clear that he has other intentions.
Where's he gonna go though? Like, is he
Exactly, but he said himself he doesn't want this to be a distraction for the rest of his teammates, and he said as a little press conference yesterday that he doesn't want to talk about his contract. He doesn't want to talk about anything like that.
He's been saying that for months. So
Well,
I understand, but like with training camp going on right now, he doesn't want reporters to bug his teammates about his contract because it's not their concern.
Well, if he didn't want them to be bugged about it, he would have signed one by now.
Well,
it is a business, and and he's one of the best players, so he's gonna want the most money he can possibly get, just like every player at his level. So I mean, is it a distraction? Yeah. Are these guys pros? Well, they're supposed to be, but they're also the Detroit Lions, so any distraction could distract them forward down the field.
but
yeah.
like,
it's a piece of crap song for a piece of crap team.
speaking of which, we need to get him back here.
Yeah,
Wayne Bowe. Also, so are you saying that Suh, is this his final year as a Detroit Lion?
Yes.
Has he gone? Is he pretty much good as gone this year?
Well, if he wanted to be here, that contract would be done. So he'll make his $22 million this year, and then he'll find greener pastures somewhere else. But the Lions have the capability to give him the most money out of any team, and if they franchise him next offseason, they'll franchise him at a number of $27 million. And if the Lions do that, they're
stupid.
He's gonna go to New York so he can hang out with Jay-Z and do whatever he wants.
If you think about it, this is a win-win situation for the Lions.
Yeah, he'll be motivated to play his
Suh
ass
goes
off this
in
year,
on a
but-
contract year, along with Fairley in a contract year. Both guys, everybody knows they have the talent. So they have a monster year, and then the Lions have $22+ million coming off the books to spend on
Plus
multiple
the money
guys,
from Nick Fairley, if he doesn't
multiple
resign.
guys to fill those holes the following offseason. Everybody assumes that they're going to have a decent year this year, so they're coming off a decent year, going into an offseason that they can add people because they have plenty of money, and they have pieces in place like Calvin and Stafford and Tulloch and Levy that they're already ready to go.
As Suh doesn't try and body slam people into the ground where he gets suspended, I don't understand. No one else has this problem.
Right.
Like, yeah, he's aggressive and all that stuff, but he's also should know how to tackle properly.
He seems to be coming around, though. I think only had one personal foul penalty last year. And if
And as long
I
as
recall,
Fairley can stay healthy, we might have a good defensive line.
I just like to bring up an interesting point. I was listening to a sports radio station today, and they're talking about how this new coaching staff that they have, they're not like the typical coaching staffs of the years past. This isn't the Bobby Ross type of coaching team, and they're saying that they're not going to lock up these players long term because we don't even know what they're going to have. That's why you see interesting way that they do things with Nick Fairley, not picking up his option for this year.
play, earn it.
Lose some weight. Exactly, and show me that you're worth them picking up all this money. And same with Suh. It's like, yeah, okay, you don't want to play here, that's fine.
Beat it.
Exactly. You did your time here. But he kept on saying, "Oh, I love Detroit. I love Detroit. It's gonna be great. I love the coaching staff. I love the teammates." Then prove it.
Actions speak louder than
Exactly.
words.
You know,
That's right.
and I think that this organization has really grown up. I think Jim Caldwell brings a no nonsense attitude.
Well, this is
Well, it's-
accountability.
Yeah.
Let's wait till we see
my
some
my
games.
fingers.
I-
that has
but
rings
but
on
I'm
it,
not talking
like-
about games and like coaching. I'm saying like the respect the players have for him and that he's willing to try
Well,
new things.
he's got a track record.
I-
Schwartz come in and he don't have no rings on his fingers.
Yeah, but
It's
also
true.
one thing I'm just gonna say, like since William Clay Sr. passed, and now this is like a new ownership of Lions, I think they're willing to take more chances instead of being loyal to these guys that won't actually will produce well for them. So
What have you done for me lately?
Exactly, and because this team is ready to win now, they keep saying that from his press conference.
Well, we'll
you
see
know.
in September.
We'll
but,
see.
But my final point on Sue is this: how much do you realistically pay a defensive tackle? You have to be
Not $22 million.
No.
Not that.
so. How much can he realistically get on the open market? See, with Sue, I think it's a lot bigger than just the football angle. I think Sue wants to expand his brand, and I don't know if he thinks he can do that in Detroit. So that could also be a motivating factor as well.
You know he's going to end up in a large market. He wants to be
Dallas, Texas.
He wants to be LeBron James of football. He's going to end up in New York or one of the two New
No.
York teams. He's going to end up,
Dallas.
I don't know,
Dallas. And Jerry's gonna bust out his wallet.
Yeah, but well, he'd be
The
perfect
pick
for
will be
Dallas
sharp
because
in
he's
Dallas,
good,
yeah,
but he's
with-
not good enough to win anything. So he'd be a perfect fit in Dallas.
So we had a chance to go to Lions training camp yesterday, so we'll hit on that later on. But there was a thing we were talking about does he really want to be here? Do you want a guy that doesn't want to be here? And then you look at the other aspect of it with Raiola, who's been here for a long time and sometimes maybe said too much, but he cares. Do you want a guy like that more than you want a guy like Sue that maybe doesn't give a damn? We don't know for sure, but that's the way it's coming off.
I don't
Well,
care
I
what
don't-
they say or what they think or how they like the fans. I want the team to win. I don't care about Raiola and giving the finger over there, and then the next time he's apologizing, he's backing up the fine city of Detroit,
Yeah.
and Sue's racing around in Oregon or wherever the hell he's from in his Camaro. I don't care what they do. Just don't be a Ray Rice. Just go out and win football games, please. I want to see a playoff win before I'm dead.
What's the old saying? We don't care if you're downright dirty dog. Just be our downright dirty dog.
Exactly. And it's been fun watching Sue throw people around and stuff, but bottom line, since they drafted Stafford, Sue, Farrelly,
Calvin.
Pettigrew, Calvin, they haven't done jack. They lost a playoff game. Last year they lost everything. They should have been hosting
got
playoff
smoked in
games.
the playoffs.
Right? I mean they should have been hosting a playoff game last year, and what happened? They collapsed. They bring in a new coaching staff like they do every 5 years,
It's a
exactly.
cycle.
And so this guy's got a name, and he's gone to a Super Bowl as a head coach. So did Bobby Ross. Okay, and we didn't get anything out of that. We have talent, but
We had no
nothing's
quarterback.
happening. I don't care what Raiola says.
Just win game.
Just win games. Thank you, Kevin. That's what we have to do is win games. And other than that, who cares?
So quickly, we're gonna go around table. Sue, is he a Detroit Lion in 2015? Nick,
No.
Not a chance.
Kevin,
I
Kyle?
gotta go. No, I guess.
All right, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to be the
Yeah, all right.
the positive
We gotta
person
have one.
around
We
here.
gotta have
we
one,
gotta
yes.
have one. All right, so stick around. We'll be Two Man Advantage podcast with Nick Diesel talking about his Detroit Lions training camp experience. So stick around.